Good morning, students. Today we'll start a new chapter, Transformer. This class is important for 4th diploma electrical as well as electronic students. So let us start the chapter. We have already discussed about transformer in your Google Meet classes. So in today's class we'll just understand it from the very beginning. So let us understand the working principle of a transformer. So a transformer is a static device or a stationary piece of apparatus by means of which electric power in one circuit is transformed into electric power of the same frequency in another circuit. It can raise or lower the voltage in a circuit but with a corresponding decrease or increase in current. The physical basis of a transformer is mutual induction. It is between the two circuits linked by a common magnetic flux. It is simplest form. It consists of two inductive coils which are electrically separated but magnetically linked through a path of low reluctance. The diagram is shown in your screen. You can see the primary and the secondary winding. They are electrically isolated but magnetically they are coupled, and the core is of laminated and it contains high amount of silicon so as to reduce the hysteresis loss. Now this path provides two things. First of all, mechanical strength, then of course the path to the flux. Now in its simplest form, it consists of two inductive coils which are generally separated electrically but magnetically linked through a path of low reluctance. The two coils possess high mutual inductance. If one coil is connected to a source of alternating voltage, an alternating flux is set up in the laminated core, most of which is linked with the other coil, in which it produces mutually induced EMF. Now, according to Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, E is equal to m di by dt. If the second coil circuit is closed, a current flows in it, and so electric energy is transferred from first coil to the second coil. The first coil in which electric energy is fed from the AC supply main is called primary winding, and the other from which energy is drawn out is called secondary winding. In brief, a transformer is a device that transfers electric power from one circuit to another. It does so without a change of frequency. It accomplishes this by electromagnetic induction, and where the two electric circuits are in mutual inductive influence of each other. Now the transformer construction. The simple element of a transformer consists of two coils having mutual inductance and a laminated steel core. The two coils are insulated from each other and the steel core. The necessary parts are some suitable container for assembled core and winding, a suitable medium for insulating the core and its winding from its container. There should be also a suitable bushings either of porcelain, oil filled or capacitor type for insulating and bringing out of the terminals of the winding from the tank. In all types of transformers, the core is constructed of transformer sheet steel laminations assembled to provide a continuous magnetic path with a minimum of air gap included. The sheet used is of high silicon content, sometimes heat treated to produce a high permeability and low hysteresis loss at the usual operating flux density. The eddy current loss is minimized by laminating the core the laminations being insulated from each other by a light coat of core plate varnish or by an oxide layer of the furnace or the surface. The thickness of laminations varies from 0.35 mm for a frequency of 50 Hz to 0.5 mm for frequency of 25 Hz. The core laminations in the form of strips are joined in is as shown in the figure. It is seen that the joints in the alternating layers are staggered in order to provide the presence of narrow gaps right through the cross section of the core. Such staggered joints are said to be imbricated. Now, constructionally, the transformer are of two general types, distinguished from each other merely by the manner in which the primary and secondary coils are placed around the laminated core. The two types are known as core type and cell type. Another recent development is spiral core or wound core type. The trade name is being Spiracore transformer. Now students, we will discuss about the EMF equation of a transformer. So its derivation is also important as far as your semesters are concerned. So let us discuss directly with the EMF equation of a transformer. Now let us know the parameters first. Here N1 will be called as number of turns in primary, henceforth N2 the number of turns in secondary. Phi m is equal to maximum flux in core in Webers, which will be equal to Bm into A, where Bm is the maximum flux density and A is the area. F is equal to frequency of AC input in Hertz. Now, as in the diagram, the flux increases from its zero value to maximum value phi m in 1/4 of the cycle, that is 1/4 into frequency seconds. Therefore, average rate of change of flux will be equal to phi m divided by 1/4 of frequency, which will be is equal to 4 into frequency into maximum flux Webers per second or volt. Now rate of change of flux per turn means induced EMF in volts. Average EMF per turn is equal to 4 F phi m volts. Now if the flux varies sinusoidally, then RMS value of induced EMF is obtained by multiplying the average value with form factor. Now as we all know, form factor is equal to the ratio of RMS value to average value, that is equal to 1.11. Then RMS value of EMF per turn is equal to 1.11 into 4 F into phi m, which is equal to 4.44 F into phi m volt. Now RMS value of the induced EMF in the whole of primary winding is equal to induced EMF per turn into number of primary turns, that is equal to E1 is equal to 4.44 F into N1 into phi m is equal to 4.44 F into N1 into Bm into A. Similarly, for E2, that will be is equal to 4.44 phi m F N2. Again, it is equal to 4.44 F N2 Bm into A. Now, it means that the EMF per turn is the same in both the primary and the secondary winding. So, in an ideal transformer on no load, V1 is equal to E1 and E2 is equal to V2, where V2 is the terminal voltage. Now, transformation ratio or voltage transformation ratio, E2 by E1 is equal to N2 by N1 is equal to K. As we all know, the ratio between the secondary turn to the primary turn, or the ratio of the induced EMF in the secondary to the induced EMF in the primary is equal to transformation ratio or voltage transformation ratio. Now if N2 is greater than N1, then of course K will be greater than 1. As you can see this in the equation, N2 greater than N1, then obviously K will be greater than those kind of transformers will be called as step up transformer. Similarly, if N2 is less than N1, then K will be less than 1 and the transformer will be known as your step down transformer. So again, for ideal transformer, the input volt amperes is equal to output volt amperes. Therefore, V1 I1 is equal to V2 I2, or I2 by I1 is equal to V1 by V2. That will be equal to 1 by K. Hence, the currents are in inverse ratio of the voltage transformation ratio. So today we will stop here. In the next class we will continue about some of other theories of this transformer. So please go through the video. Thank you.